we would ask that all people with cameras, would they please get out of the aisles so that people can see behind them. If everyone would sit down, please.
Will the audience please rise and join us in the flag salute? Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to Beverly Hills High School's 1997 commencement ceremony. This year's graduation theme, "In Our End is Our Beginning," is representative of the end of one phase in our lives and the beginning of a whole new one. Up to now, we have been shown the path to follow, the things to do, and the manner in which to act. After today, however, we will rise to whole new beginnings. Some of us will begin with an entirely new slate, ready to make adjustments and changes where needed, and others of us will continue in the path that we have chosen, ready to accept the fact that not everything will be the same as before. Ladies and gentlemen, before you see the future doctors, lawyers, senators, and even presidents of this nation. Yet it is not the people that we become or the professions that we choose that are most essential. Rather, it is the types of values we uphold and the personalities we maintain that will prove to be the ultimate success. These characteristics will determine the relationships we form with others and the friendships we maintain, and that is the most important trait many of us will have learned here during our 4 years at Beverly. As we gather on this platform for the last time as a united class, we begin to spread our wings and prepare for flight. Each of our individual selves will shine through with full force, knowing that we are as ready can be. We will begin the journey towards adulthood with confidence and fulfilled wonderment. So with this thought, I am honored to place myself among this unique group of individuals, the graduating class of 1997.
Every piece of marble has a statue in it, waiting to be released by a man of sufficient skill to chip away the unnecessary parts. Just as the sculptor is to the marble, so is education to the soul. It releases it. For only educated men are free men. You cannot create a statue by smashing the marble with a hammer, and you cannot by force of arms release the spirit or soul of man. The class of 1997 will embark on new adventures with the security that they have conquered a chapter in their lives. We must now create new standards and goals to dedicate ourselves and organize our future with the instructions which we have been given. We will continue to face new challenges, for although this may be the end of the first chapter in our lives, it serves as a prelude to a new beginning. Our minds have been left spirited, affected, and engaged by those who will forever be an inspiration to us all. The voices of our teachers at Beverly Hills High School have left us with the understanding that perseverance and courage are more important than perfection. Our families have encouraged and supported us as well. We will begin our new future with their guidance. We entered high school with great aspirations and agendas, anticipating the 4 years to come. Each year developed new challenges, yet each of us were able to successfully conquer them. We were left with the perception that upon graduation, we would finally see the end of this long journey. Yet little did we know that in our end is our beginning. Tomorrow, we begin a new chapter and say farewell to an experience that has provided us with the confidence to open the doors of success. The beginning of a new life includes for many a new career, attending a new school, or exploring the world, trying to make our fantasies become realities. The class of 1997 is extremely diverse and unique and will face the future with their innovative and creative ideas. We are entering a new century for which we will be the innovators and inspirational leaders of a new era. We are the next millennium and look forward to seeking out our desires. We are a motivated group, eager to show off our individual talents. As 20 men of genius, looking out the same window, will paint 20 different canvases, every one individually great, one comes to think men may be pardoned for the defects of their qualities if they have the qualities of their defects. We possess distinct qualities which have been nurtured only to be admired in the near future. We are now left with the responsibility of establishing a more productive and tolerant environment, and can only advance by respecting and aiding one another in our endeavors. My fellow classmates, today marks our final roll call. We must look forward to the birth of a new beginning, our future. Thank you.
Before I begin, I'd just like to say something on a personal note. I haven't had the easiest time in high school, and I really want to take this time to thank my principal, Mr. Bushman, for believing in me. Miss Mish, my counselor, I honestly appreciate you. And my best friend, Michael Park. If not for these people and the rest of the class of '97, I wouldn't be up here speaking today. You can applaud that. Family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. Perfected moments are rare, as this one is. A combination of aspiration, acknowledgement, and achievement. Enjoy this moment, but T.S. Eliot warned us that to have the experience and miss the meaning is never to have experienced at all. What is the meaning of this celebration? We are defining it right now. Behold, the culmination of childhood, its ending is today. The future begins one moment from now, one regular moment, never as perfect as this one shall be. Tomorrow, the class of '97 embarks on a new encounter. The beginning of adulthood lies before each graduate, but now with the distinctive memory of accomplishment. We will no longer be adolescent minors, but young adults, still our parents' children, and from here on, the outgrowth of Beverly Hills High School. We are ready now, after having been challenged, eased into responsibility, and fulfilled along the way. This generation, the first college class of the new millennium, 2001, will start over tomorrow. All of us who are present, those who are watching, and we who are watched, share a common feeling. This is the end of a significant something. And individually, we would be wise to again remember Eliot, who said, "In my end is my beginning." Just to be graduating in and of itself is a feat not to be taken for granted. Certain social conditions not exempt to Beverly Hills High make being here an accomplishment. We are an advantaged class. The hundreds of us who began here as freshmen have had friends come and go, some by choice and others by fate. We all knew somebody who will never graduate. For us to have had the fortitude to endure this experience is what should be celebrated. Some have never reached this ending and cannot begin again. We are grateful. Diversity runs constant through this graduating class. Not all of us will follow the same leader tomorrow. We have all made our unique choices to go to college, to work, to enlist, and to travel. But these all entail the same thing. Tomorrow, we will begin something anew. With the confidence of this triumph, graduation, we will walk with our heads held high, the symbol of achievement. A threshold occurs at the end of something, but this threshold, our threshold, is happening at the beginning of our adulthood and our entrance into the world. Our choices differ, but youth and vitality make them all convictions of good sense. Tomorrow, as this perfected moment fades, a new beginning comes into focus. We now have the tools to make our imprint on society. Let us join all of you who have helped us. Let us walk beside you now, for you have given us the foundation to one day lead. Let us vote with you and change the world with you. Let us come together, and let us begin now. For we are finished with this trial and eager to accompany. Mixed emotions fill all who are present. Endings are never easy, but the assurance of an imminent beginning raises our confidence and facilitates this goodbye. At the same time, we are saying hello to our future, and so the tears we cry are of both sorrow and joy. Be excited and anxious for the beginning, as well as appreciative and fond of this end. Never again will any of us be amongst this company in this magnitude, everyone being so proud. From this point on, wherever we go, our Beverly education guides us. From the grandiose to the incidental, everything we do will somehow be rooted here. We will spread ourselves across the continent and into the workforce and continue to further the reputation of our high school. It is of no coincidence that our past roster of graduates are prominent and distinguished, and we shall follow their footsteps in being influential and instructive. High school is a turning point in American culture. We are on the verge of two different institutions. We will dive off this cliff of Beverly into the ocean of society and swim as far as we can into the world with the memories and experience gained here. Among different cultures on a daily basis, we are the most open-minded graduating class ever. We coexist amid different religions and ethnicities, able now to be accepting of differences in all walks of life. The end of Beverly Hills High School marks the beginning of our future, already outlined by our parents and our teachers, but from here on, practiced by us. T.S. Eliot also said this: "We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time." Life is a cycle, and just as you are watching us graduate, perhaps you are reminded of your own experience. We shall remember Beverly when we one day fill those seats and view our children moving on and growing up. The class of '97 will never cease to explore, and when we reach our goals and fulfill our dreams, we will never forget our years in high school. As you witness this graduation, recognize that in our end is the future's beginning. In our end is the world's beginning. And in our end is our beginning. Thank you very much.
Behold the limitless sky, the blanket billowing unsullied, proud, visions bright, voices loud, beyond the hills of tomorrow, our skies are beautiful still. Behold, we win, there are worlds to win. May we come to trust the dreams we must fulfill.
Something is stirring, shifting ground, it's just begun.
Edges are blurring.
Feel the flow, hear what's happening. Hear what's happening.
Don't you know we're the movers and we're the shapers? We're the names in tomorrow's papers. Up to us, pal, to show up. It's our time, breathe it in. Worlds to change and worlds to win. Our turn coming through. Me and you, pal, me and you.
Feel how it quivers on the brink. Everything
Gives you the shivers, makes you think there's so much stuff to see.
You and me will be singing it like the birds. Me with music and you the words. Tell them things they don't know. Up to us, pal, to show up. It's our time, breathe it in. Words to change and words to win. Our turn coming through. Me and you, pal, me and you. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, hear what's happening. Long ago, funny feeling, saying someday we send them reeling. Now it looks like we can.
Someday just began.
It's our heads on the block. Give us room and start the clock. Our turn coming through. Me and you, pal, me and you. Me and you. It's our time, me and you. It's our time. Breathe it in. What's our change? Coming through. Our turn coming through. Me and you, pal, me and you.
Falling off. Good morning and welcome to Beverly Hills High School 1997 graduation ceremony. As a parent of 4 high school graduates, I have experienced the joy, pride, and sense of accomplishment that you feel today. This is an exciting celebration for everyone, so relax and enjoy the moment. It's my honor to present the guests seated on the platform. Members of the Board of Education share their expertise and leadership to maintain the quality of our educational program. I commend their dedication, commitment, and tireless efforts on behalf of the school district. Mr. Richard Stone, President, Mrs. Lillian Raffel, Vice President, Mrs. Joanne Copeland, Mrs. Virginia Moss, and Mr. A.J. Wilmer. Mr. Saul Levine, Superintendent, and Miss Diane Dawson, Assistant Superintendent. Would you please stand and be recognized, and would you join me in a warm welcome for them? Will the following platform guests please stand? Department chairpersons, counselors, class sponsors, and administrators. Please join me in recognizing their contributions to our school. At this time, I want to acknowledge the teachers who are in the audience and thank them for their dedication and expertise in educating high school students in this community. Thank you so much, teachers. There are many who make these final senior days memorable. I extend my personal thanks to the assistant principals for coordinating this year's activities. Gayla Rabin for the senior tea, prom, breakfast, and beach day. Rick Munitz, Lynn Rappaport, Jane Wortman for today's graduation. Thank you. I extend a very special thank you to the custodial, secretarial, maintenance, security, and gardening staffs for their outstanding contributions to today's events. Thank you. Growth and change continue throughout life, impacting that life in either a positive or negative ways. While your past and present have largely been shaped by your parents, family, teachers, and friends, your future will mostly be shaped by you and the personal choices you make. Control over your life is passing from your parents to you. What you do with your life becomes your responsibility. This responsibility is serious business and lasts forever. Your personal choices determine your future. Make healthy and wise decisions. Control every aspect of your life. Use this newfound control to make choices that bring about health, happiness, and fulfillment in all areas of life. Personal choices are influenced by your beliefs, attitudes, desires, and relationships, and by your unique personality, which influences how you feel and how you interact with others, and how you feel about yourself. Your interests and abilities also contribute to the short-term and long-term choices you make. You are no longer required to be in school. Will you continue to educate yourself or to choose some other course for your life? For most of you, the future means college and further years of study. However, whatever personal choices you make, it's my sincere hope that the years at Beverly have prepared you to meet your future challenges with confidence and conviction. Choose to be physically healthy. Eat well, exercise, and avoid lifestyle choices that cause disease. Choose to actively engage your mind in lifelong learning. Choose to take risk, to take responsibility for your own behavior, and to become responsible adults and caring citizens. Choose to be positive forces in the future of this country. Most of all, choose a path that results in personal happiness, for having personal happiness and fulfillment will enable you to make better choices in your life. In closing, the Beverly Hills Unified School District has provided an outstanding educational experience for you. They have created a nurturing environment, a secure and healthy atmosphere in which you have grown, changed, and learned to make good personal choices. This is an accomplished class. They are bright and capable, distinguishing themselves in every field of endeavor. Not only have they upheld the Beverly ideal, they have improved upon it. Their achievements rival those of any secondary school in America. They are outstanding young adults. I salute you, the class of 1997, and wish you the best that life has to give. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire staff of Beverly Hills High School, I present to you the class of 1997. Mr. Stone, you are the representative of the governing board of this school district. These class members have fulfilled the requirements as prescribed by the state of California and the Board of Education, and I recommend they be granted diplomas of graduation. Mr. Stone.
I attended a public high school in Brooklyn, New York. It was the equivalent of a magnet school of today. The students were all boys, something which is no longer permitted under federal law. Needless to say, it was no fun spending 4 years with just boys. Students came from all over the city, mostly by subway. The school was located in a district of Brooklyn called Williamsburg. Then and now, one of the toughest, meanest neighborhoods in the country. It was so bad that for our prom, which took place at the school gymnasium the night before graduation, we were instructed to come in groups of no less than 4, armed with brass knuckles or rolls of nickels. This came about because a few days before the prom, the football team of our school, which practiced in a park about a half a block from the school, was beaten up by some neighborhood tough guys. The football team, believe it or not, the biggest, strongest, toughest guys in the whole high school. That made the administration very nervous about prom night. As it happened, there were no incidents, luckily. To contrast my prom and graduation with that of Beverly High is not really possible, except in one respect. In my day, we all felt that we would go on to college and university and then conquer the world, just as most of you today feel. We also thought it was the greatest time of our lives, although we were still apprehensive about World War II, which continued to rage in Europe and Asia. My 3 children graduated from Beverly Hills High School in the early 1970s. The Vietnam War was ending, the civil rights movement was in high gear, there was a great deal of domestic turmoil, and the Russian Empire was still perceived as a threat to the United States and the world. Speakers at my kids' graduations, although optimistic as graduation speeches always are, were more cautious in their view of the world and their future. The speeches we heard today were different, significantly different from those of the past. There's a buoyancy, there's an optimism, there's a sense of well-being, and rightly so. You graduates are moving on to the next level of your education and lives, for the most part going to college and university. There you will sharpen and hone the tools which you acquired at home and in our schools, the power to think, to reason, to analyze, and, I hope, the power to feel and experience. We are today in a period of national prosperity and optimism. We live in a world of ever-expanding technological changes, reflected by the accumulation and dissemination of information and knowledge on computers. and the transmission of information through computers, through telephones, faxes, and satellites. The possibilities for growth and learning are boundless, but only if you reach out and grasp what the future offers to you. Be more than passive observers of a world in flux. Participate, involve yourselves, make things happen. Be one of the drivers, not a passenger. There's a particular poignancy for me in addressing you today. As I said, I attended the graduations of my 3 children on this very hillside more than 2 decades ago. And each time the ceremony was very much like this celebration today. As a board member, I have participated in 5 previous graduations. This day, I have the very special privilege of speaking to a class, one of whose members is my eldest grandchild, Allison Hiles. Who, along with so many of you, has achieved and grown enormously during the past 4 years and will now move on to the next chapter in her life. How proud I am of her achievements. How fortunate all of us are today that our children and grandchildren could be prepared for their future at this wonderful institution. How poignant it is to stand here and recognize and salute the passage of generations, my generation to that of my children, and now to all of you young people. Remember the wisdom of the contemporary writer Walker Percy, who advises, do not become the kind of person who gets all A's but flunks ordinary living. Wise words indeed. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet planted firmly on the earth. I congratulate the administration and staff of Beverly Hills High School for the great job they did in helping you young people achieve your potential. I congratulate the families of all graduates who are sharing this happy event and who helped set the standards and the values that all of you graduates will live by. Most of all, I congratulate the graduates of 1997 with a very, very special hug and kiss for my granddaughter Allison, and wish all of you the best and the richest of lives in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stone. We will now have the graduates roll call by the counseling staff. Diplomas will be awarded by members of the Board of Education.
Three.
Top row, stand up, go. Next top row, Tika, sit down. Come on, send them. Betty, send them. Come on, go. There we go. All right.
Here she comes. Here. Now. The class of 1997. Allison Beth Hiles.
Francine Shirley Svilik.
Lisa Katan.
Afshin David Zargar.
Tamar Celia Kaiserman.
Orcadia Esmeralda Tercios.
Larit Ariella King.
Luke William Zimmerman.
Jomo William Kenyatta.
Holly Helen Walter.
Tarane Terry Kohan Bashiri.
Melissa Eve Warner.
Elon Nathan Kermani.
Melissa Rebecca Weiner.
Joanna Sai Hua Ku.
Nicole Ann Weinstein.
Jonathan Mehdi Kermani.
Corey Beth Wise.
Jessica Lynn Kubanek.
Tofe Yadigar.
Albert Maurice Koski.
Nancy Yamini.
Naveed Kashani.
Sabrina Margaret Yaras.
James Chung Kim.
Elana Yashar.
Christina Leanne Kurtz.
Bridget Esther Dawn Yellen.
Adam Francis Klein.
Hannah Gi Ho Yoon.
Nuriel Sinur Kohan.
The Tapa Tam Youngcharan.
Philip Hassan Kushan.
Naveed Sotva.
Esther Kim.
Shadi Zahirpur.
Liran Aharon Katan.
Sonia Slutsky.
Diane Sipui Kui.
Samuel Jason Sylvan.
Tika Monique Johns.
Kimberly Amber Sklanowski.
Shelley Hay.
Roger Kenneth Tannenbaum.
Cameron Hojapur.
Irina Sinitsky.
Sunaz Halali.
Scott J. Teplin.
Param Holakwi.
Jessica Dana Smith.
Erica Michelle Heller.
Merdad Termechi.
Paul David Hallcraft.
Catherine Louise Sokol.
Diajang Hendratmo.
James Jonathan Todd.
Aaron Robert Lee Hoxie II.
Lauren Heather Spiegel.
Tony Marie Hortias.
Jordan Harrison Toplitsky.
Yasuhiro Itskaich.
Morgan Ruth Steinhardt.
Chang Fan Hu.
Willie Hankwok Wong.
Paulo Jaminola.
Kendra Charisse Stitt.
Jennifer Javahari.
Daniel Weintraub.
Joshua Javahari.
Jamie Suh.
Sharona Javahari.
Flynn Page Turner.
Benjamin Javidzad.
Amy Suzanne Tansman.
Benjamin Carl Hilgendorf.
Alan Khan Wu.
Mosir Amari Jones.
Aaron Michelle Teratut.
Jane Putia Kunal Jose.
Shahram Yasharpur.
James Jung.
Sheila Tehrani.
Shelley Susie Kamara.
Rodney Yashuafar.
Jeremy Weiss Giroux.
Stephanie Nicole Cottrell Thomas.
Catherine Marie Kammerer.
Samuel Ye.
Stephen Ali Kadivar.
Tara N. Thompson.
Shadi Kashani.
Jay Yoon.
Wiseman Kangavari.
Jan Say.
Chloe Alexandra Katz.
Omer Zalmanowitz,
David Faraji Kashani,
Chiho Senda,
Tina Nordal Korsandi,
Jason Robert Rennie,
Alexander Helmi,
Irene Schuyler,
Julie Ann Harris,
Benam Sharamzad,
Marie Jennifer Monsad,
Kai Beverly Shoji,
Bo Markey,
Michael Roland Shanasa,
Taylor Michelle Moore,
Chen Sen Shu,
Russell Eric Morris,
John J. Hoon Shin,
Adriana Maria Marrera,
Nola Danielle Singer,
Boris Muchnick,
Richard
Christina Leanne Kurtz,
Bridget Esther Dawn Yellen,
Adam Francis Klein,
Hannah Gi Ho Yoon,
Nuriel Sinur Cohen,
Thitapa Tam Youngcharan,
Philip Hassan Kushan,
Naveed Sotva,
Esther Kim,
Shadi Zahirpur,
Liran Aharon Katan,
Sonia Slutsky,
Diane Sipui Kui,
Samuel Jason Sylvan,
Tika Monique Johns,
Kimberly Amber Sklanowski,
Shelley Hay,
Roger Kenneth Tannenbaum,
Cameron Hojapur,
Irina Sinitsky,
Sunaz Halali,
Scott J. Teplin,
Param Holakwi,
Jessica Dana Smith,
Erica Michelle Heller,
Merdad Termechi,
Paul David Hallcraft,
Catherine Louise Sokol,
Diajang Hendratmo,
James Jonathan Todd,
Aaron Robert Lee Hoxie II,
Lauren Heather Spiegel,
Tony Marie Hortias,
Jordan Harrison Toplitsky,
Yasuhiro Itskaich,
Morgan Ruth Steinhardt,
Chang Fan Hu,
Willie Hankwok Wong,
Paulo Jaminola,
Kendra Charisse Stitt,
Jennifer Javahari,
Daniel Weintraub,
Joshua Javahari,
Jamie Suh,
Sharona Javahari,
Flynn Page Turner,
Benjamin Javidzad,
Amy Suzanne Tansman,
Benjamin Carl Hilgendorf,
Alan Khan Wu,
Mosir Amari Jones,
Aaron Michelle Teratut,
Jane Puthia Kunal Jose,
Shahram Yasharpur,
James Jung,
Sheila Tehrani,
Shelley Susie Kamara,
Rodney Yashuafar,
Jeremy Weiss Giroux,
Stephanie Nicole Cottrell Thomas,
Catherine Marie Kammerer,
Samuel Ye,
Stephen Ali Kadivar,
Tara N. Thompson,
Shadi Kashani,
Jay Yoon,
Wiseman Kangavari,
Jan Say,
Chloe Alexandra Katz,
Omer Zalmanowitz,
David Faraji Kashani,
Chiho Senda,
Tina Nordal Korsandi,
Jason Robert Rennie,
Alexander Helmi,
Irene Schuyler,
Julie Ann Harris,
Benam Sharamzad,
Marie Jennifer Monsad,
Kai Beverly Shoji,
Bo Markey,
Michael Roland Shanasa,
Taylor Michelle Moore,
Chen Sen Shu.
Russell Eric Morris.
John Jae Hoon Shin.
Adriana Maria Marrera.
Nola Danielle Singer.
Boris Muchnick.
Richard Daniel Sklanowski.
Manolin Starr Morgan.
Joshua Samuel Perlman.
Hamad Mughal.
Alina Grecu Florescu.
Karen Galia Mutar.
Brigitte Teresa Green.
Danny
Karen Marietta
Napolensky.
Grindblatt.
Lauren Alyssa Mulwitz.
Brianne Danielle Gross.
Brandon Rashid Nash.
Rebecca Michelle Held.
Natasha Najat Payam.
Allison T. Hoffman.
Parang Nasi.
Sabrina Leva Jones.
Mona Nagazadara.
Bo Gong.
Pedram Yoav Nazarian.
Andrew Russell Greer.
Sheila Najat Bina.
Michelle Sharon Ganjianpur.
Garash Neman.
Richard Grinchban.
Paula Naomi Nesson.
Sharoni Maya Gurgly.
Emil Romanos Nicolou.
Daniel Ethan Gross.
Jennifer Lynn Lewis.
Roya Gaffori.
Alexandru Myron Nicolescu.
Baldwin Hessa.
Asal Honey Nicknam.
Lauren Jill Goldboss.
Nobo Monye.
Nicole Simone Gonzalez.
David Isaac Norman. Wait.
Nimi Garanathan.
Carmen Julia Maudlin.
Lee Evans.
Kirk Muneo Nishikawa.
Monica Davudpur.
Miguel Andros Marco.
Blake Morgan Epstein.
Melissa Lynn McGee.
Michelle Christina De La Rocha.
Arash Lavian.
David Kave Ibrahimi.
Adi Mail.
Tabitha Monique Dennis.
Jeffrey Martin Levisman.
Michael Jeremy Easer.
Melissa Joy Mamain.
Aaron Leslie Diamond.
Brian Stewart Levy.
Ricardo Fernandez.
Sandra Mashishi.
Melissa Donnell.
Eric Yuri Levy.
Masood Faze.
Leat Mazor.
Linda Dejima.
Alexandra Lavovsky.
Aaron Fisher.
Myra Medina.
Nazila Ebrahimian.
Hun Lee.
Jean-Pierre Foladian.
Arizu Mahadizada.
Jennifer Robin Edgar.
Lior Matian.
Andrew Jacob Frankel.
Andrea Mendoza Gertz.
Brooke Carolyn Ehrlich.
Aaron David Millar.
Robert Carlos Galliano.
Shirin Mirage.
Deborah Imrani.
Pageman Mahadizada.
Daniel Armando Galvez.
Juyi Min.
Azadeh Insha.
Julian King McNeil.
Lior Gamliel.
Michelle Jennifer Mink.
Julia Elizabeth Fisher.
James Avington Miller III.
Gary Mark Geck.
Heather Allison Mizrahi.
Marissa Fitusi.
Hudad Musa Zanazada.
Kambiz Gasimye.
Sharnaz Mabashafard.
Morgan Lynn Froman.
Arash Danny Maloyam.
Owen DeAndre Gilliam IV.
Jane Rosalind Mockman.
Boris Dallas.
Joshua Lewis Monkarsh.
Dolores Colleen Burton.
Victor Daniel Crone.
Suvidian Darakasal.
Mandana Lavian.
Layla Dardashti.
Daniel Lahajani,
Britt Jonathan Duenas,
Minjin Lee,
Sally Davidi,
Brett Laturi,
Kyle Patrick Duncan,
Hannah Elizabeth Levy,
Fanya Davidoff,
Ari Michael Leisner,
Jonathan Dardashti,
Chua Lim,
Nazanin Dadvaran,
Kevin Adam Laxer,
Robbie Davidson,
Sarah Ann Lucky,
Nicole Helen Darakjian,
Jennifer Monique Kunsky,
Tiffany Rebecca Saidnia,
Payam David Karugli,
Sandra Sani,
Lauren Michelle Langborg,
Stacy Robin Schwartz,
Adam Joseph King,
Nicole Setare,
Fabiola De La Fuente,
Orly Setare,
Jeffrey Ethan Kahn,
Brandy Michelle Rosenberg,
Denise Coleman,
Saman Sazegar,
Casey Sheree Connor Tao,
Michelle Susanna Rosenberg,
Gerald Moshe Cohen,
Asher Lev Schechter,
Christina Chang,
Jessica Lee Rubin,
Joshua Cornell,
Mark Saul Schondorf,
Andrea Yuquin Chow,
Sarvenaz Sharon Sadat,
Sheila Chen,
Robert Sefaradi,
Parikrama Chibber,
Karen Sabah,
Arno Yosef Seal Azole,
Oren Segal,
Bodana Chung,
Revital Sagian,
Gina Chu,
Gran Chang Mu Seo,
Catherine Cohen,
Deborah Janet Puratian,
Heath David Bettleman,
Michael Kami Ruben,
Vanessa Laifan Au,
Holland Brienne Ogletree,
Simon Batashvili,
Andre Feller Rosenberg,
Sharon Aziz Lavi,
Luz Maria Ramos,
Michael Sanson Branover,
Babak Rostami,
Lila Rebecca Banafshe,
Sarah Rashtian,
Michael Leith Buckbinder,
Alexander Foster Richter,
Sally Sanam Banafshean,
Amy Rachel Reisenbach,
Dina Rona Bernstein,
Babak Saedi,
Edgardo Anglo Casiano Jr.,
Jackie Rose Remesnitsky,
Yan Shah B.,
Payam Sahi Holamal,
Benjamin Atdut,
Melissa K. Dreamer,
Alana Lee Bloomberg,
Jack Jacob Saparzadeh,
Justin Lauren Albertson,
Tiasha Palikovic,
Jessica Bobat,
Joseph Aaron Pitson,
Tanaz Bustani,
Crystal Marie Rogers,
Morris Amiri,
Andrew Neil Saul,
Sonia Boajian,
Lawrence Eric Ong,
Kritza Shindanan,
Yoshie Kashioka,
Charla Imora Britt,
William James Nayeri McNair,
Steve Cho,
Monica Danielle Fenster,
Max Choi,
Peter Hutahayan,
Rebecca Lee Burton,
Chester Goldstone,
Derek Dantes Clerk,
Vanessa Sandra Berezovsky,
Katerina Bridenko,
Aner Benarzi,
Elia Bakrat Cohen,
Deborah Eshagian,
Deborah Chodorchi,
Ibor Young,
Damian Ryan Abrams,
Mo Terrell,
Sagar Abershami,
Julie Vreeman,
Jeffrey Philip Abrams,
Jesse Agili,
Beige Don Adams,
Chidima Victoria Obioha,
Human Adamas,
Rocco Orlando,
Carey Nicole Adler,
Bahare Ramin,
Stephen Quizon Afford,
Daniel Scott Orwasher,
Elham Agabala,
Susie O,
Aram Stephen Afshar,
Michael Sungmin Park,
Doris Agai,
Natalie Ann Rocchio,
Richard Leonard Castile,
Samir Sarkar,
Christina Chuhi An,
Claudia Paproki,
Jeff Chiafong Chen,
Michelle Chang Park,
Theomara Del Carmen Alas,
Craig Harrison Pratzel,
Joseph Alamehu,
Tracy Michelle Parker,
Sumin An,
Benjamin Jeffrey Purer,
Sammy Amini,
Ava Kadif Parsi,
Rhonda Doris Arastazad,
Kanopan Rainkum,
Kai Chung Chung,
Janet Porres,
Mujan Armanpour,
Daniel Jacob Raffi,
Natalie Rochelle Chicha,
Sabrina Hovsepian,
Tori Lynette Arnold,
Nicole Randy Zeev,
Sydney Clement Azria,
Philip Jacob Shafran,
Nancy Ashuri,
Irene Y.K. Im,
Darian Davon Barker,
Miha Ariel Cohen,
Heather Christine Asdurian,
Jesse Alexander Metzger,
Stephen Christopher Barrow,
Lauren Michelle Copeland,
Alit Shirley Arome,
David Eric Wayne,
Dahlia Crystal Yosefzadeh,
Kimberly Monique Del Cambre,
Shabnam Shelley Azizi,
Sheridan Martin Booker, Benjamin Steinfeld, Joshua Franklin Arnold, Arash Nasi,
Today is the happiest day of my life. Today is the happiest day of my life. The diplomas we now hold in our hands are our tickets to freedom. The freedom to love, to learn, to explore, and to conquer everything that lies in this world. Let us set forth to new knowledge, new lessons, and new experiences that await us. The past 4 years at Beverly Hills High School have been wonderful, the success and failures alike. Our friends we will always adore and remember, our classmates we will always look for, and our teachers and administrators we will mock, cherish, and talk about for decades. In our end, there is no end. there is only a continuation of what has been. Graduation is only a continuation of what is to come. And what is to come is the happiest, most fun, and most successful years of our lives. There is no doubt that going to college will be a whole new experience, as was going to high school 4 years ago. This time, however, there will be no bells, no tardies, and no unexcused absences. We will go to college because we choose to become educated in order to lead our world now as well as in the future. As William Faulkner once wrote, "Don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or predecessors. Try to be better than yourself." On behalf of myself and all the graduates, I would like to thank the teachers, administrators, and most importantly, siblings and parents that have supported us in all of years of education. Goodbye, and the best of luck to all. Will you please rise for the singing of the Alma Mater?